Hello again. Thought I'd do a follow-up video just to go through the training exercise in a bit more detail, because initially it can be a little confusing if you don't read through all the quest dialogues, or if you miss the NPCs talking down here. It can be difficult to work out what you're meant to do or where you're meant to go. So I thought what we'll do is literally run through it, or part of it at least. So if you don't want spoilers, maybe don't watch the rest of this video. If you are stuck and want some tips, feel free to carry on watching. So we'll just open up the instance and get started.
Gondor needs your aid.
So first of all, go inside the instance, fairly obvious. Speak to the soldiers and select your target building. So I only have acquaintance with the library, so I'll pick them.
Gondor needs your aid.
Right, join me and we shall retake the library. Okie dokes, we'll do that. Right, you've selected the library as your target. Speak to the commander to begin the assault. Turn back round, chat with him.
These are troublesome times indeed.
You know your orders. Let us retake Dol Amroth to battle. Okay. Click finish, and that's the bit that you can miss. You press on, I will coordinate efforts from here. But press on to where exactly? Because you've got nothing up on your radar. Is there anything on the map? No, nothing shows up on the map either, so this is why it's a little bit confusing. It is early days, so maybe that will get fixed in a bug update at some point. But for the time being, you basically need to head into the city. Depending on which faction you've selected to help, you'll be sort of ushered through into a particular area of the city. So I'll just mount up and we'll go have a look. It is also pretty dark, which doesn't help. But yeah, head into the city. I'm not sure whether the entrance on the right hand side is blocked off or not, but I've always been going in through the entrance that leads to the stable master, this one. So we're nearly there. You might be wondering why I've only got one quest up here as well. It's probably because the other ones are still on cooldown. The ones that were randomly selected, so that's not ideal, because I'm only going to get a few tokens today. But again, maybe that's a bug that needs to be looked into. When you get into the city, if you see NPCs like this fighting, that's basically an invisible wall. And there's your clue. We shall take the armory, you press further into the city. So if I was helping the armory, I'd probably be going in that direction. The library, I just happen to know, is up here. So you might need to do a bit of exploring depending on which faction you're helping. You'll soon come across some enemy mobs. Depending on which side quests you've got, you might have to kill certain mobs. There might be items that you need to pick up outside, like for the library. I know that there's 4 books that are burning, and those are outside. If you need to pick those up, go ahead and do that. There is a building as well, at least for the library. This is going to be fairly risky, but let's go for it. I'm not sure if each faction has a building that you need to enter, but I would assume they do. So for the library, we come inside here, and this is where the boss will be, or the named mob Urbin. He's inside the library. There's also another quest in here to recover 4 books, fairly similar to the one where the books are outside on fire. In this one you have to run around and find the books. There's a good variety of quests that are all covered in the deeds that you will have unlocked at end game. You need to complete every quest inside the training exercise for each faction to complete those deeds. I won't bother running through the rest of this building to show you where the boss is. I'll let you work that out for yourselves, but hopefully that will mop up some confusion on what you're meant to do. It's not ideal. Hopefully Turbine will fix this at some point and at least give you some heads up on the radar and map on where you're actually meant to be going to do things, because to be honest with you, you know, you press on, I will coordinate efforts from here. Doesn't really give you much clue as what to do. So hopefully that's helped a few more people out, and I will leave that there. Take it easy and see you soon. I've just realised there's something I forgot to mention, and that is that if you right click on your portrait whilst inside the training exercise and select leave instance, like say for example you're part way through it all and the telephone rings, or there's a knock on the door, or you get invited to do an instance run with some friends or something, if you do leave that training exercise instance part way through, it will put the whole thing on cooldown, and then you won't be able to go in until the next day, which is a little bit of a pain. Again, I'm not sure whether that's intended or a bug, but I thought it's fairly important to mention. Make sure you have the time to get the quests within it done, and then leave the instance once you've completed all the quests. Okay, right, this time I really am off, so see you around soon.